Welcome again to this 11th session of the JEHU 2021 conference. So our next speaker is Anupama Padipan, and the title of the talk is Astro Digital Library. Hello, Anupama. Welcome.
Hi. Good afternoon. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, so it's good afternoon in your place, right?
Yes.
You have 15 minutes talk and then leave 5 minutes for question and answer. The floor is yours.
Okay. Sure. Is my screen sharing?
Are you using your phone?
Hi, yes. Is it shared, the screen?
Yes, we could see now your presentation. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we could see the screen and we could hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, there was some power issue. That's why, yes, that's why I couldn't connect with the laptop. Sorry for that. Yes, I'll start with introducing myself. I'm Anupama Pradipan. I'm an academic advisor by profession, and I'm basically from Bangalore, India. Today, I'm representing Open Space Foundation. We are a non-profit organization working across 3 South Indian states in India, majorly Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. And we are majorly working in localizing science communication activities, basically for underserved communities. And our vision is majorly to inculcate scientific temper among people as a way of life. So here under Open Space Foundation, we run our programs under major four titles. So first project is science programs. Next one is Vista, where it is an innovative learning journey program and providing opportunities to visit premier educational institution, research institutions for students. So we take students to premier institution, which will give them a basic exposure to what is happening at the higher level. And next we have STEM Teachers Network. Yes, sir.
Your screen is frozen. We see just one slide, the title. Do you have other slides?
Okay. I'm speaking, so I'll share it.
And your voice is cutting.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, the third one is STEM Teachers Network, and it's a collaborative. Yes, am I audible now, sir?
Yeah, but your voice is cutting, and we see only one slide, just the title of the slides. Hello? Yeah, you could move to the second one. No, still we see only, okay, good. Now it's working.
I'll be sharing it. I'm just giving an introduction.
Okay.
Okay, so basically today I'm giving an introduction to. Okay, so I hope my audio also. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Okay, so here I'm introducing a project which is very close to our heart. It is titled as the library, that platform to develop localized astronomy educational resources. So it is one of the project where all our ideologies and expertise converge. That is the idea of decentralization under the Ninkini, where we are trying to localize educational contents in digital format. So like for assisting communities, community members to on the knowledge platform and the delivery knowledge platform and its content creation delivery at the grassroots level. So before going forward with the project, I'll explain some of the background details that we have gone through while preparing for the project, the rationale behind why we chose the project. So quoting some of the major international reports came out regarding education and all. First, UNHRC actually quote that the next generation poverty is based on technology, education, and climate. Our country faces all the three at varied level, and there is also enough proof to show that there is a long gap in between achieving the SDGs target within the preferred timeline at least, and it include the quality education also. And there is a huge finance gapping, according to UNESCO, in achieving SDG goal, especially in the lower and middle income countries. And the COVID-19 pandemic has further worsened the cost of achieving it, further worsened the situation. And when it comes to India, it has further deepened, rather we can say it has actually resurfaced the already existing digital divide, existing inequality within different parts of the country. So according to a survey done by the government, the internet penetration in the rural Indian households is just around 15%, and the internet penetration in urban Indian household is 42%. So it is just the internet accessibility, the quality and everything is different. So notably, what we have to note here is around 66% of Indian population is still residing in village, and among that 66%, only 15% of households have the internet access. So with huge regional cultural disparities, economical disparities, the accessibility to internet and technology is a nightmare when there was a quick transition from physical classrooms to the online classrooms for both students and educators. So and even if the pandemic ends, the educational digital divide exists continues. So these long-standing issues must be addressed, and one of the feasible solution or most effective solution we thought of is, and ADL also, Astro Digital Library, is also envisaged on similar lines, and it acts as a decentralized community-owned digital library which can be accessed without internet. So that is the highlight here. And ADL is basically targeted at students of the age group between 10 and 17 years who are from socially, economically, geographically underserved communities, and who are in both formal or informal education system. And here one major thing what we have to focus is, ADL is not an alternative for education system, the basic education system, but it acts as a facilitator to sustain students within the learning environment. So it's a second chance for students to bridge back to the education environment or the learning environment. So ADL tries to address the following challenges. First one is the cost of internet. Let's assume that a major population have internet access, which is not the case. Even then, the cost of access range between somewhere around 7 rupees to 19 rupees, 20 rupees in Indian money. So the poorest 10% of the Indian families, it's around 50 million households, they earn mere 5,000 rupees per month. So the point itself is, the cost of internet, even if it is accessible, it is not affordable. The next point is gender and geographical marginalization, where it's still a patriarchal society, and most of the cases male child education is given more prioritized than the female child education. So according to government data, in rural areas and all, a mere 8%, 9% female have access to the internet or the digital device. And basically the digital divide is also a gender divide. So then the next point is next challenge is centralized knowledge platforms, and most of the knowledge platforms, online platforms are centralized, which is neither accessible nor affordable. And then there is a language barrier existing, in which most of the content will be delivered in English. and which further intensifies the structural imbalances. So these numbers call for community-owned technology platforms, and that's exactly what we are doing at ADL. So ADL consists of majorly three components, that is content, network, and community. And what actually we will be having is there will be an ADL center establishing digital hotspots. The center will be having a server which is preloaded with localized resources, and it includes astronomy resources related software, programs, text, audio, video formats, mostly under open educational resources under Creative Commons license, and student can access it through computers in the ADL center, and there will be hotspots on within a certain limit of the ADL center. So the content curation, creation, and the translation will be led by a team from OSF, an educators team from OSF. The team is named as STEM Teachers Network. So these are mostly science teachers from various government run schools, and they will be leading the content creation part. And here in this case, the students can access the content through mobile phones or from the computers that we established in the ADL center. And one major question is why astronomy as a subject? So there is this common phrase that we use, it's not rocket science. So it's something that create a stereotype within the mentality of students that astronomy or space science is something unapproachable or unattainable. And that's exactly OSF has been working for some years to break that stereotype. And we have been like training a good number of students to handle telescope, some even to handle stellarium and astrometrica. And astronomy actually as an interdisciplinary subject, it instills observation, it instills problem solving skills in students. And the technical exposure to the digital astronomy resources will be a game changer for our students who are historically deprived of various educational resources because of other socioeconomic reasons. And here in this learning process, like astronomy will give a good exposure to the outer world and also to other science subjects in general. So early and continuous exposure to ADL helps to explore their interest also, and it also contribute to their higher educational aspirations. And so ADL also breaks the physical barriers for women to participate in astronomy. So usually to attend an astronomy session, it's very difficult for female students. And once the center is within the community and the community on the center, it will be easy for girl students to approach the center to learn more about it. And there will be increased female participation both in astronomy and science in general. So ADL is not a standalone project. As I told earlier, there is a lot of other projects that we use to intervene in the use for educational intervention within the community. So we are not going to establish infra there and come back, but there will be a continuous intervention. And OSF has a well tailor-made year-long curriculum in regional language for astronomy, which we will be using to educate astronomy also. And this will help students to streamline the learning process. Also, there are gender-specific fellowships that we use to, that the work is going on for the projects. Currently, the project is prototyped successfully in one of the community centers, and we are trying to scale the project in other communities that we are working in. So ADL does not intend to make everyone astronomer or send everyone to space, but it's something like to inculcate the scientific number, to inculcate the curiosity within the community members and within the students as a whole, as a generational change. And it is an effective tool to demystify a huge stereotypical thinking which still exists in Indian communities, and especially in rural areas and marginalized areas. So it actually hampered the development. So astronomy is used as a tool for sustainable development here. Yes, so these are some of the picks from our community works, the asteroid research programs, the
Still have 5 minutes, Anupama.
Yes.
Anupam, you have
So
5 minutes.
yes, astronomy research programs, the training done for children and teachers. Yes, so that's from my side. Thank you so much, everyone. You can contact us on the given email ID or from the website.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Anupama. Can you go back to this, the previous one? Yes. Yeah, I could go slowly on this. We don't have many questions, but people found your work great. Adriana said, "Great, astronomy is not rocket science." So, are you getting any funding from the ministry to do this work, or is it just an?
No, sir. This has been done till now. It was crowdfunded. We are all youngsters group. So we have been doing from our own like crowdfunding process from our own hand. But we are trying for raising the funds because to scale it, we need more financial support, and to take it to other communities, we need financial support. Also, content creation is a time consuming and financially demanding work. And
how many people in your organization are working on these projects?
We are three. We have started as 3 students during our college time. Now it is 8, and we have a good number of volunteers and a good team of educators across the states.
Yeah, a great initiative and great work. We wish you the best. From the audience, we still have like 3 minutes before the start of the last lecture, last presentation of this part here.
Okay. If others have any, I mean, if anyone can contribute us regarding suggesting content, suggesting astronomical data or resources which we can translate into regional languages, that will be highly appreciable. So please contact us regarding or help us regarding to scale the project. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Please put your email address and your request in the chat so people could may respond to this. Oh, it's here, but it's good to write it in the chat so people could copy and paste it right
Yeah,
away.
sure. Will do. Sure, sir.
Thanks again, Anupama, for this great initiative and for your presentation and for respecting the time.